Good evening.
Good evening.
And actually, Joe, it's afternoon.
Yeah, we still say good evening, like irrespective of the time of day. So,
okay. Because good afternoon doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, I've been listening to the TIFO football podcast, and they start every podcast with "hello." It's like spoken exactly like that, and just gets me every time.
I listen to a few podcasts sporadically.
Yeah,
They don't start iconically though.
That's what we need. Like,
I think we are quite iconic.
That's our hook. Like, good evening.
I think people can listen to good evening and then just shut off.
Yeah,
just give us the view.
They just listen for 2 seconds, and then after that,
gone.
Yeah, but no, I listen to a few podcasts. The Zonal Marking podcast.
Okay.
The TIFO football podcast.
Yes.
Football Cliches podcast.
There's a lot of football podcasts, Joe.
Yeah, it's a few. I can't think of any others.
Okay.
But yeah, no, those are my 3 favourites.
So I've heard of, I know TIFO football. Who does zonal marking?
The same guys at The Athletic. But the guy, you know the book I gave you?
Yes.
The author of that, Michael Cox.
Okay.
How's that book going?
I haven't started it. I'll give it back to you in time, Joe, in time.
Yeah, like you'll get around to it.
But the Athletic, I do like The Athletic. And the TIFO football and The Athletic do have a little bit of
I think they're the same.
Yeah.
The one in
under the same wing?
I think so.
Like, no, the analogy wouldn't work.
They have some synergies between the two.
They do.
But no, like I think the TIFO football podcast is a lot better than ours.
You reckon?
100%.
Is the production quality higher?
Debatable. No.
Our audio quality is fairly good.
Yeah, because I finally figured out how to make it smooth.
Okay.
With some
post-processing.
Yeah, with some production quality. Yeah. In the background. But no, big ups Audacity.
Yeah, big up major ups.
Yeah. And the YouTube tutorials, love them.
Yeah, they're good. They're good for everything, really. I'm sure you learn how to do your job on YouTube.
No, you won't find too much Australian tax legislation guidance on YouTube.
You don't find much?
Nah. But no, on the weekend I was watching a lot of YouTube about my cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Which is a Cardano.
Cardano. Okay, tell me about this.
It's a buy at the moment.
It's a buy.
Yeah.
What do they do?
I just make me money, Trent. That's all I care about, and it's working.
Interesting. I mean, we are a cryptocurrency podcast at this point.
Yeah, we are. We talk about vaccinations.
Yes.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories.
Yes.
And football.
Maybe the A-League.
What else more do you want in life?
Yeah, exactly. Joe, you review many books.
Yep. I'm reading a Mussolini, World War II Italy one at the moment, which is about Mussolini's tactics during the war.
Yes.
And
I was poking at what you were reading about last week.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. Just Italy were that underprepared for World War II. Mm-hmm. And they kept on changing their mind. Which
sounds like Italians.
Yeah, which is it's the most Italian thing, and I'm just reading it, and it's like, you wouldn't expect anything less.
Now, Joe, the Derby della Madonnina.
Yeah, the Milan Derby.
Inter played very well, I heard.
Yeah, I spoke about this last game, Trent.
Did we? Because was that after, before, after?
No, I spoke about it last week, and saying like how good Lukaku was during the game.
Yeah, I heard he was very good.
Yeah.
Conte, very good. I mean...
You mean Bold Tony. That's what I call him.
What about Rudy Gestede and Luca Toni comparisons?
I actually see the comparison. Like two big burly men scoring headers.
I told you Gestede will score headers.
It's my favourite type of striker.
Yeah, he can head a ball. He's got it's the neck muscles, Joe.
And he's tall.
He's tall.
He's reasonably tall.
He's reasonably tall.
I reckon 2 metres?
At least.
I reckon 1.97. Can we get it up? You've got the computer
I've got the computer up today.
Rudy Gestede height. What are you going to guess?
198.
What? No, you can't bet 1 centimetre more than me.
Oh, so you're 197? Yeah. I'll go 201. Enter. How tall is the man?
I reckon I've got it.
193? He's deceived. Oh, that's pretty tall.
Yeah, well, he's like pretty skinny as well, so...
He is.
There's some illusion there.
Oh, he's actually born in France.
In France?
France.
France or France?
France.
I say France.
I also say France.
Yeah. No, I reckon you're a snob if you say France.
His nationalities, he's from Beninois.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been there.
Have you?
I haven't.
I think it's a small country. That's my guess.
Oh, it's like one of those French colonies. Colonies. That's the word, yeah.
We're very geographically and historically correct.
I was been watching the Top Gear latest special.
I used to love Top Gear.
Oh, I mean like the Grand Tour.
Okay, the Grand Tour.
No, amazing show. They were in one of the French...
Alps.
Why can't I say colonies, right?
Colonies.
So I took a pause and thought about it there for a second. See, I'll do it now again. Colony. Yeah, off Madagascar.
Okay.
And it's called... I forgot what it's called, but it's tiny.
Yep.
And it's technically part of France, even though it's off Africa.
Interesting.
And it's like the biggest internal flight in the world.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Was it the French national team or the Moroccan national team that
One and the same.
either they're all Moroccan, or the French team was all Moroccan, or the Moroccan team was all French.
The French team will be all Moroccan.
Moroccan, yeah.
Yeah, and like Algerian.
Yeah, and they chose France. Yeah, and they chose France.
Yeah, so it's actually, they addressed that in the book I gave you, but you haven't actually read it.
Can you enlighten me?
Because it talks about, I think in the 2010 or 2006 World Cup, France versus like Algeria.
Yes.
And it was built up as like France A versus France B.
B.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know about that because
I didn't read the book.
You haven't read the book yet.
No, I don't read books.
No, it's a great book. Michael Cox, big ups.
Michael Cox, big ups. Not Simon Cox.
No, not Simon Cox.
No.
I think
Average.
you know my opinion of him. Now, it's been a long weekend, Trent.
It has, Joe. I had a wedding yesterday.
Ooh,
I was like, I'm going to a wedding that is split over 2 weekends.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So this was part one of part two, or two of 2 parts.
Why is it broken into 2?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
There's one part. The part 2 is like a Chinese ceremony style.
If it's like traditional and
Well,
like,
it's traditional, but it's like it's also like
I'll allow
untraditional.
it. I'll allow it,
Yeah.
but I'm not a fan of it. Like I'll accept their traditions, but I prefer just like one afternoon.
That's true. I mean, it just takes up 2 weekends, but
Yeah, because there's only 52 weekends in the whole year.
and it's true. And
You can't take up 2. That's
Well, you can, but
well, yeah, you can, but like it's a bit much.
You could say that, Joe. You could say that.
I will say that.
But it was lovely. But that was Sunday. On Saturday, so I thought we were going to record a secret podcast Saturday night, but you didn't show up.
Yeah, I was invited to a party and I did a no.
So this is all because you're wearing Birks. This is a problem.
This was part of the problem.
This is a
No, because
cocktail party Saturday night.
me and Trent got invited to a party. It was cocktail theme.
Yep.
It was summer.
It was summer.
It was quite hot during the day.
It was.
I've been invited to go to a pub next to the beach, which is quite sunny. I can wear my sandals.
With Adam Cullen.
Yep, shout outs.
Big ups.
Then yeah, instead of going to 21st, I went to the bar.
So hang on, 12
next to the
o'clock.
beach.
So
So I've got
you just
invited.
spent the whole day. So you got
no.
invited at 12.
I got invited at 12, and then I made the decision at 1 o'clock.
Okay, so
Yeah, because at that time it was like hot. Like, do I want to wear pants? Like, nah.
it was hot.
Do I want to wear like Birkenstocks? Yes. So when went to Peach Pit, big ups. The burgers there,
I've heard
They're pretty
different.
good.
I've
They're
heard
pretty
some of them are shit.
they're a sloppy burger. Like I'll
They're
say
quite
that.
sloppy.
Um,
What'd you have? Chicken or?
I got the
beef?
Colonel burger.
Is that a chicken?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have
Colonel-
one with slaw?
I can't remember. It was like deep fried. Like,
Was the chicken piece way too big for the burger?
oh yeah,
See, this is a problem.
I don't like it.
A burger should be eaten with 2 hands, or you want to cut it in half and eat it like that. That's fine.
Yeah, it has to be sensible.
But this one was like you need to eat like the chicken before the shape of the
Yeah,
chicken
and your
fits
hands
the
all
burger.
messy. I had to go to the bathroom twice to wash my
Oh,
hands.
I'm not surprised, Joe. I'm not
The amount of
surprised.
napkins I went through was insane.
Despicable.
Yeah, it was.
I've been there once. It was an average burger. I've heard very bad
No,
things.
it was a good
I've heard
sloppy
decent
burger,
things.
but I feel like it was 4,000 calories easily.
So, did you see the burger with 8 patties there? Or was that like...
There was one with 3 patties, and
Okay,
I'm going, nah, like that's enough.
There
like,
was a
cholesterol.
special with 8 patties.
Yeah, no, see, but why,
And some
why
guy
would
ate
you
next,
want-
some guy next to me ate it.
But why? Like, what do you get out of that apart from getting diabetes? And
He was
having
there.
a heart
I don't know
attack?
if he was there on a date with his girlfriend or wife, but he ate.
If you're on a date and you're having 8 patties, like
what are you doing?
there are bigger problems there.
The date is not going well.
No,
I'll tell you that much.
But no, to finish the night,
Okay.
went to a servo.
Yep.
We got some maxi bonds.
Maxi balls like the
The ice
ice cream
cream
we used to get in like at school.
That one, yeah. Such
Just
a good
one
night.
or like
Oh,
multiple.
I had one.
Okay.
Because considering I had 4,000 calories for the burger,
Yeah, you-
and a maxi bond would be what,
Like-
an extra 800.
At least.
Yeah, like having 2 would just.
Okay. So
like,
you just bought one. You bought a packet of 4 and put the rest in the
I
freezer.
just bought one.
Okay.
Yeah, at the servo. $4.60.
Oh, what's the steep? I
It's-
think you
it's
could buy.
stung.
See, Magnums are expensive. They're like at least $2.50 each, and you buy a box.
Yeah, this is just like in a servo. It was like a
Yeah.
spur of the moment thing.
Yeah, I reckon the Magnum would be $8 as well.
No, big ups to Scarborough BP. Good customer service there.
Oh, of course. Now, did you go out last night?
What
Sunday,
day was it? Sunday.
Sunday.
No, Sunday is the Sabbath, Trent. And it's a Serie A Sundays.
Oh, Serie A Sundays. Who
Um,
played, Joe?
Inter did play Genoa,
Okay.
but I was watching Top Gear, so I didn't. No, I did watch Arsenal and Leicester. Arsenal,
I was watching a bit of that game.
Arsenal, very very sensible performance.
They're in the top half of the table now.
They are too. Like the first Prem game I've watched all season because I'm not a fan of the Premier League. I think it's all marketing.
There's a valid point there, Joe. I don't watch much.
Yeah.
I don't watch much. It's entertaining. I like the A-League.
Yeah, the A League is by far if the A League was an actor, it'd win all the Oscars this season.
It really would. It's so entertaining. There's so many goals.
Every game.
Anyone could beat anyone.
There's drama. There's goals.
There's
red
controversy.
Cards.
There's terrible refereeing decisions.
Yep. All the stuff you'd love to see.
I think it's been very exciting, and like calling, who's going to finish in the top 4, who's going to finish in the top 6, very hard.
Or the top 6 for that matter, yeah.
Yeah, top 4, top 6.
Difficult. And
it is difficult because a lot of teams playing well. Anyone can beat anyone.
Except no one can beat Perth Glory.
Joe, you're spot on.
Amen.
You mirror my thoughts.
But we were at the game on Friday night.
We were, Joe.
It was a good game.
Fantastic.
But what surprised me, Trent, I was doing some statistical analysis.
Oh, really? Tell me about this.
And Brisbane's expected goals was higher than Glory's.
I would never have thought.
No, when you think about it, Brisbane had a few good chances. But
we've scored the most goals. We had the most goals for in the least games played prior to the game.
Yeah, but just on expected goals, Brisbane should have won. Or Brisbane had the better chances.
I understand that, but when they're making the expected goals, the output, right? The algorithm they're using, it's flawed because Glory had most goals for. So that should be factored in.
But Glory, they're more clinical than expected goals would suggest.
They are. Okay. But expected goals should take into account your clinicalness. There's a flaw in the model, Joe.
But how do you
So how do you do it? How do you do
yeah.
it? So because we've got the most goals for, that should be weighted very highly in the model to get the outcome.
So in the model of expected goals, Bruno Fornaroli's goal, that had an expected goals of 0.3. So if someone took that shot 100 times, it would only go in 3 times.
Who are these people?
No, I think that's right. It was a tough angle. It's taken on his left foot.
Hang on, Bruno's goal.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd score 3 out of 10. 5 out of... He's clinical, Joe.
You reckon that would have an XG of 0.0 of
0.5
of 30 of 0.5? No, that's insane.
0.4 at least.
No.
He's clinical, Joe.
No, I disagree. But the model does not... if someone's Harry Kane, it doesn't consider that it's Harry Kane. It depends on just any player. What would they score from that on historical data from shots taken in that same space, angle, whatever?
Okay. Well, maybe I should, on top of my PhD into natural arm position, I should look into this research.
You should, because it's data, it's soccer. That's your 2 loves in life, Trent. Really.
It is.
So.
Now I'm dealing with data in AFL.
It's like I'm doing your job for you.
Nearly. You give me ideas. Give me ideas.
But no, on Twitter there was a debate on expected goals, whether some people were fans of it, some people just thought it was fluff.
So I really need to step in here and give them some data science input.
This is why you need a Twitter account, firstly.
That is why. Maybe 2021's the year I do get a Twitter account.
Yeah. It's Trent_pitch.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Or Trent Pitch.
Yeah, or Freo Dockers suck, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, nah. What about Freo Dockers are winning the flag 3-2-1?
Maybe. What do you think of the new AFL rule? You would have seen it?
Oh, is that Luke McPherson's video?
Yeah, that one.
Shout out to Luke McPherson. Well, to be fair, playing indoor soccer, actually playing soccer in general, I hate unsportsmanlike behaviour that doesn't get punished. So, if you're shooting at goal and the defender behind you hasn't caught you, but he'll just shout you're a wanker.
Yeah.
That's not on. So, this falls into that category.
You reckon?
You're in the wall. So you're in the wall in soccer and you're making inflated one flailing
fair
tube
game.
man.
I reckon I love that shit. Why not? More power to you.
Yeah, I can understand it. I don't necessarily agree with it. I can understand the opinion.
Trent, speaking about free kicks and walls,
yes.
As a coach, do you put a person lying down behind the wall?
Never.
I reckon you do it.
So in junior football,
junior football, have a man to lie down underneath the wall.
Interesting.
So if, someone tries to put it under the wall.
I think this just looks hilarious.
I think it's smart.
But no one scores under the wall anymore. Messi did it once and that's it.
You never know, Trent.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it recently.
No, but there's also another argument with this person under the wall. Do you have the tallest person in your team in the wall or lying down underneath the wall?
That's a good point.
Because if he's standing up, you got more height so you can head it away.
You don't need...
But if he's lying down, he's longer and...
You don't need someone that tall to be lying down. Because the way you'd position it is you wouldn't have his head on the edge of the last wall player. You'd have his head a bit further in. Because you trust the goalkeeper at some point.
Or do you?
You trust him. You trust him. But the Glory on Friday night were very entertaining. There wasn't many of us as the fans, but they were very...
Did they even put out the number?
I don't think they did. I don't remember.
Let's say there were 20,000 people there for argument's sake.
For argument's sake,
that's what it felt like.
That's what it felt like, Joe. So whoever went enjoyed themselves thoroughly. I am a big fan of Dick Garcia.
You can't call him Dick. I'm sorry.
That's his name.
You can't call him Dick.
That's his name, Richard.
Tricky Ricky.
Not Dick Garcia.
You can't call... Nah.
That is his name.
Put some respect on his name. You can't just call him Dick.
I'm putting respect. I'm giving him
Do people call him Dick?
Many people do, I believe.
All right, well, continue.
He's revolutionized the substitution game. I've never seen anyone make 4 subs in one go in my life, or sub people off after 30 minutes consistently.
We're winning games. Made a sub. Like, he got so much like kudos for making 4 subs at one time, but like, it's the same as with 3 substitutions making 2 subs. It's the exact same as that.
I don't know, Joe. I think 100%. The next one is 5 subs all at once.
No, that won't happen.
I remember because Francis was watching the game with us. I think Western Sydney Wanderers. I think it was last year, the year before, made 3 at once. Yeah. And we each sent each other a Snapchat and had a great time about it. So we looked at each other and said 4, very good. But I just think we're playing very, very good. And
our expected goals wouldn't tell you that, Trent.
You're right. You're right. There's a lot of problems with sports analytics. But he's getting the best out of these players, this group of players. Bruno and Castro had this telepathic, like, South American, Spanish energy.
It's called, like, in Uruguay, do they speak French?
Uruguay, no.
I reckon they might speak French.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
We can fact check ourselves. What do they speak in Uruguay?
Yeah. Is Uruguayan a language? No, it doesn't sound like... No, it'd just be Spanish. Like
Portuguese, Spanish?
No, because the Portuguese back in the day, like, colonized, like, everywhere back in the day.
You are right. Uruguay.
They
speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So
that's why.
Bruno and Castro are literally speaking the same language.
Yeah. And they speak English as well. So.
They do speak English. And they just had this chemistry that... And then when Kosuke Otta came on...
Kosuke Otta?
These 3, Castro, Otta, and Fornaroli...
What language are they speaking?
I don't know. They're speaking football language, though. I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
No, I was promising signs from Kosuke Otta.
He was...
Saucy.
He was quick.
He's fast for how old he is. I thought he was 33 years old. I was like, not expecting too much here.
He was quick to defend, quick to get back.
He wanted to be there.
Oh, 100%.
Even the young fella, the 16-year-old, Rawlins.
Our best game of the year for Rawlins.
Oh, easily. Is he the best right back in the league at the moment?
He'd be up there, Joe. He had his school ball recently. He got his suit from my dad. So I hope you enjoyed your school ball, Josh.
Yep.
Josh Rawlins?
Josh? Steve?
Kai?
It's definitely not Kai.
Okay.
Kai's someone else.
Kai, yeah, it's Josh Rawlins.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So Rawlins' best game of the year, and I was a bit critical of him early on.
Be nice to him. He's only 16, Trent. Like, you need to show him some love.
No, it'd be critical because then he's obviously taken on this criticism.
No, because then he's going to get the criticism and he's going to have a mental breakdown and quit when he's 17.
Well, I gave him the criticism earlier. He's had the mental breakdown.
Yeah, well, 9 times out of 10, Trent, it might happen.
Yeah, and did you hear the Glory released a video like a production after the game, and Otta was like, "Go Perth Glory."
Yeah, he wants to be there.
I love it.
But I took a note of. I watched that same video. The music playing in the background. It seemed like Glory would have paid money for that music to play. It was like one of those it was like an easily copyrightable song.
Yeah, and I didn't like
how much money is going into that. Oh, I wonder.
I don't think much, because it wasn't a great song.
Yeah, it felt like a radio song for me.
They took away a lot of the sound for the fan. Like when the fans were celebrating, when they took away the sound, I was like, this is just odd. It's just like no music, but the fans are just like celebrating.
Yeah, interesting. But no, the shed was going off.
I saw Jacob Colangelo in the shed.
Oh, on the big ups. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Was there like any keynotes from a Brisbane perspective?
Keynotes from a Brisbane perspective, they sat in a very, very low block, which I thought was a bit unsurprising.
Did they play 4 at the back again?
No, they played 5 at the back.
So they played 3 at the back with wing-backs?
Yeah, 3 at the back with wing-backs. Yeah. They sat in this 5-4-1 deep block at the edge of their sort of 18-yard box. It was a bit odd how deep they were, and they just gave us so much time. However, before Castro scored, we were struggling to actually deal with
Castro got to a poor start.
He did. And I actually didn't have high hopes when the game started. But they didn't, even though Brisbane had 20 shots, I feel like they just didn't really threaten us.
Yeah, that's why their expected goals was probably a bit higher than ours.
Yeah.
But can I say, the foul on D'Agostino, which wasn't given.
Oh my goodness.
What happened there?
So, apparently it was VAR reviewed, but they didn't show us in the stadium that it was reviewed. Yeah. So there was no VAR.
Yeah.
I just think this was a clear and obvious error.
It was a disgrace.
I thought
I was sitting next to you, Trent. I was livid.
you were absolutely livid, Joe.
Like, I yell at a game every now and then. I was livid.
You really were.
I was screaming vergogna.
Which means shame.
Yeah.
In Italian.
Yeah.
You got a few looks, Joe, but rightly so.
Yeah, rightly so. I was right.
You were right.
I went home. I went back and watched it on KO, and I was right. Like, D'Agostino gets his toe to it.
And gets cleaned up.
Exactly.
Who's in the VAR room again?
Exactly.
He's at Craig Zeta.
It's a disgrace.
It's not Craig Zeta.
Craig Zeta can't be in the box for like every VAR thing.
But who's in the war room? Is there even a war room?
It's a disgrace.
Are they eating lunch? Are they eating dinner?
They're probably having second dinner.
That's right. In the most important times of the game, the war room lets us down.
No, it's a disgrace.
If we didn't win this game, vergogna on the FFA.
Vergogna. No, because I even tweeted the next day. I was like, as a joke, I was like, what time is the FFA releasing their apology for not giving the penalty?
There's been no apology yet.
No, because they apologised last week for Central Coast.
Yeah.
Where was our apology? Where was my apology?
Like, technically, this is a penalty. That was a penalty.
Yeah, Football Australia, wake up.
Send Joe a letter.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to say my address because I'll get doxxed. But no, that was a disgrace.
It was. I'm surprised I haven't said anything because I don't see how technically that wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
So send us a letter.
If that's not a penalty, shoot me.
With what? A gun?
Just shoot me, yeah.
So, yes. Now, I have other thoughts. So...
Wenzel Hall's average that game. I was excited to watch him play.
He was average. He set up their goal Mabratu. We said he actually did quite well overseas. It was very disappointing this game.
He made himself a good chance, which he flew over the bar with.
Squandered, yeah. But I thought Brisbane it was probably one of their poorer games.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Danzaki was, obviously, he's a very good player.
He had a few glimpses in the first half.
But it just was, like, nullified.
But Brisbane's goal, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Am I going to have to, like, saucy?
Yeah, please. Yeah, no, it was.
So it was a great team. Like, how many passes were in it? Like 21 passes in like a minute?
And then Hingett, surprisingly.
A good header from like just inside the 18-yard box. Saucy. Yeah. This is my player of the week.
Jack Hingett.
Yeah, this is where we need a soundboard when I have like a little tune that plays.
So this is
Joe's player of the week. And then I say Jack Hingett.
So long term, we want a mixer.
Yeah.
And a soundboard. I think that'll only benefit.
They'll set us back $1,000 at least.
Yeah, but we've nearly earned that much in Patreon money.
Yeah, we get in there.
If you want to hear a soundboard, support us on Patreon.
Yeah. Speaking of money.
Yes.
I think we should segue into our corporate sponsors, Trent.
Oh, yeah. Are we at the 25-minute mark?
We're at 23 minutes, so
okay.
I think now is a sensible time.
All right. So a big thanks for our corporate sponsors for supporting the show. And Streamgate Live Streaming Australia.
Yeah, just fun fact, the winner of the Arrow Sport Sokkah Pod jersey was a Chicken Treat fan club.
Grouse Grant?
Grouse Grant. Yep.
Yeah.
He will be receiving the shirt in the mail shortly.
What a legend.
And a legend, our sponsors.
This episode of the Sokkah Podcast is sponsored by our official sponsor, Streamgate Live Streaming Australia. They've been live streaming since 2008, specialising in custom-built stream pages, pay-per-view and multi-language streaming. They can cater to large online conferences with multiple simultaneous streams and destinations, including all social media channels, servicing clients Australia-wide. Go to streamgate.com.au or find them on Instagram.
And this podcast is also especially sponsored by arrowsport.com.au. If you want to grab yourself special custom-made soccer jerseys, polos, whichever team where you want, visit arrowsport.com.au. Basically, prices are $55 for a jersey, fully customised with name, number, or $70 for customised jersey, shorts, and shipping isn't included. That's arrowsport.com.au. Trent, we're back.
We're back, Joe. One thing I forgot to say.
Yep, go on.
Glory game. Castro celebration.
What was that?
Are his quads bigger than Cristiano Ronaldo's?
Possibly. So some would argue that.
I don't know what this was. He was just obsessed about his quad.
Yeah, it was his left quad as well, wasn't it?
His left quad, his golden quad.
Yeah, it was interesting. We'll have to ask someone about that.
I loved it.
Yeah,
though. I loved it.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. Probably one of the best celebrations this year.
It's up there.
It was just scenes, like just...
Yeah, because you don't see that from like an old player, celebrating like that. Especially Castro, he's quite reserved.
That's true.
But no, I think Bruno Fornaroli has brought that out of him.
Enriched him.
Yes. But no, there were other games this weekend apart from Glory.
They were, Joe. They're all very entertaining.
Were they all?
Well,
all the Saturday games were entertaining.
The Saturday games were entertaining. The Sunday games were quite dour.
Yeah.
Adelaide, Western, Sydney Wanderers. Adelaide won 3-2. Now, surprisingly, there weren't 3 penalties.
Yeah, which is good to see. Which, like Adelaide, like I want to like you guys, and scoring 3 goals from open field.
Yep.
That makes me like you guys.
So it was Goodwin, Mork, and Mohamed Toure. To be fair, they're all very decent goals.
Yeah, 2 players I dislike with a player I do like.
So
Big ups Mo Toure.
That comes to the middle.
Yeah. No, because like Goodwin, everyone dislikes Goodwin. Yeah. Mork, he's a number 1 bad guy at the moment in the league.
Writes diaries, yeah.
Yeah, and dives. But nah.
It was an open game. Again, like sort of quite a few games. Probably could have gone either way. Adelaide probably did deserve the win.
Yeah, but Western Sydney, let's not forget, Mitchell Duke did have an amazing chance in the last 5 or so minutes when he hit the post from outside the area.
That's right. That was after his goal.
That's what Western Sydney have been missing. Just like a player with like that dynamism that Duke has.
For sure. Yeah, no, I don't think... Like, they do tend to sub their front 3 out every single game for like the new, if it's Muller, Yeboah, Cox,
Robinson
Kamau.
Doesn't have his like set 11 yet.
No. And I really don't think it's going to arrive anytime soon. Because the thing is, Bacchus and Dorrans have been in midfield doing well, but he's got Much as well. The new boy from the Premier League. Bacchus probably could lose his spot. Wilmering's been good at left back though.
Yeah, great left foot. Oh, his cross for
Kamau's goal.
Sexy.
And he did the same thing like last week.
Sexy.
It was very, very, very nice. But they lack that winning mentality, Joe. I think. Not that Adelaide have it.
No, especially like at home. Like you can't concede at home.
Yeah,
like
3 goals.
30 seconds in as well when Goodwin scored.
Yeah, for sure. And 100%.
Like it just comes to that lack of desire, I think. Like the team hasn't gelled yet. And like I feel like if that team's together for a year, that doesn't happen.
I think obviously they keep all the players that they've got next year. I reckon they'll be serious, but I don't think
they'll
this
go
year...
undefeated next year.
Yeah, this year they're going to be consistently inconsistent.
Yeah. So they'll be inconsistent.
Yeah, but consistently inconsistent.
Yeah.
But I like their squad on paper. I like their squad when I watch them. But they haven't done much for me.
They just have some and show up some games, and then next games they're mud. Inconsistent is the word.
It really is, Joe.
Yeah, that sums up both teams. This is the derby of being inconsistent.
The derby of inconsistency, if you will. No, and I think Timotheo and Elsie were like a little bit better at the back. I still don't trust any of them.
Nah,
I don't trust Adelaide defenders.
It looks like they're playing with like lag when you're playing FIFA online. It just looks
They'll
like
react. I'll just be behind.
Yeah, their latency is just a little bit delayed. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean it's the player. It's literally how good their players are at defending, which they're not very good. But their structure, I don't think it's been good for a few years.
Yeah, even like Western Sydney, like I don't know, man. Like their defense,
a little bit laggy.
A little bit laggy as well, because like everyone bigs up Ziggy Gordon, but you're conceding 3 goals at home.
Yeah, so Ziggy Gordon's like a flashy defender. Like he'll tackle, he'll header, he's good on the ball, but then his positioning can be terrible, and then they'll concede.
Yeah.
So I know what you do about that.
Yeah. But huge big ups to Mohamed Toure. 16 years old, another goal.
He's just a machine.
We have a question on Twitter. I'll bring it up now. At what age does he win the Ballon d'Or?
I think 18.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
When he's at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I reckon good chance. I saw something on Twitter. Like someone was like bagging the A-League, saying, "Oh, when do we have our Mbappes and our Rashfords?" Bro, like we have a 16-year-old scoring. Where else does that happen?
I cannot stand these people.
Yeah.
That guy probably never watched an A-League game in his life.
Yeah.
Probably supports Man United. Probably thinks Rooney's still up front for them.
Yeah, like his whole bedroom has like signed Wayne Rooney stuff, and he has like his bed doona is a United logo. Mate, grow up.
From like 2006. I hate those people, Joe.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them, Joe.
Yeah, and then I sent a screenshot of like the A-League's top goal scorers of like Alu Kuol, D'Agostino, Armiento.
They're all young.
All these youngsters.
Even though Kuol isn't that young, but... Oh, no, sorry, Kuol's the young
one. No, you're thinking of Yule.
I'm thinking of Yule.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, all these, I think they're mud. That's what I think of them.
I agree.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Obviously, this year in the A-League, I've loved how exciting these games have been, and I've loved the inclusion of young players doing very well. And I think it's not like...
And we have COVID to thank for that, so thank you, COVID.
So there is that, but like it's not like we haven't got good foreigners either.
Yeah.
So like, point in case, Macarthur have excellent foreigners, but excellent young players.
Yeah.
So
it's a balance.
I really like the mix this year, and these games are enjoying to watch.
Yeah. Should we move on to our next game?
For sure.
Which was the Melbourne Derby, or one of the Melbourne Derbies.
One of the Melbourne Derby, probably...
This one called the Battle of the Bridge now.
Interesting name.
Yeah, that's what Fox Sports call it. Okay. We're not Melbournians.
No, we never will be.
I'm guessing these teams are on different sides of a bridge.
Okay.
Not sure which bridge.
I believe West United will be the west of the bridge.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we've been bagging Butterfield.
Yep.
He scored a decent goal.
Yep. That's all he'll do all season. He won't do anything more. He just did that to shut us up for 1 week. But Butterfield, you're not fooling me with a goal outside the 18-yard box, which was actually nicely placed.
You're not fooling Joe. Obviously, they love to have Gested back. McManaman scored a banger.
Yeah.
The victory was slightly better.
Our victory more one-dimensional now.
It's just Gested
Just
up
crossing,
front.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, great game plan.
Just cross the ball in and hopefully your 1.93 player gets to it.
He's a big man.
Yeah, his movement to get to a ball, to get to a cross, is actually very good.
Yeah, well, I remember I did say the one game I saw him play in the Premier League, came off the bench, scored a header, but great movement.
That's what you want.
And I think he will score you goals.
Well, he has. He has
scored
3 in 3 games or something?
He's been injured half the year. But, I don't know who Anderson or Markovic are. I believe they're
young guys.
Youngsters.
Yep.
Because their defence is struggling or injured. It was better from victory, but
they had the chance and they blew it.
They blew the train.
Yeah, they had half an hour with versing 10 men.
10 men. Yep.
But my favourite player, Tommy Uscock, unfortunately sent off.
Yeah, he's one of my favourite players. As well.
I look.
You're
like
pretty
him
much
today.
you're pretty much Tommy
Yeah.
Uscock. I'm pretty much having a podcast. Tommy Uscock. Obviously, they West United had the 3-1 lead. They blew it.
Yep.
But it was... So, West United, there were some sick goals in
Just
this
the
game.
experience in that Western United team.
100%. Victor Sanchez...
The composure to finish that 95th minute winner.
I mean, Victor Sanchez is
on the left
very
foot.
good
I'm not
player.
sure if he's a lefty, but to finish that, regardless.
He's just a quality player.
Quality play. 90 minutes in as well.
Really, really impressive. He had a great game. Barisha's been playing well.
Yeah, people keep on doubting him.
He's in those areas. He looks slow.
It's all those neck muscles. He gets them moving, and he has great headers.
Yeah, he looks slow and laboured at times, but in other times, he's just in the right place at the right time.
Is Max Crocombe, do you rate him?
Not really.
He made a few good saves in that first 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah, I'm thinking now. But overall, I haven't really been thrilled. To be fair, the defence in front of him has been usually quite terrible. I'm just having a look. Big mate's Shotton must be injured.
Yeah.
Or suspended.
He's not a huge loss regardless.
No, he really is. So very impressed with West United. Victor
Diamanti,
Sanchez.
a great week for Diamanti.
Fantastic.
He's had a huge win on Instagram. He had that Fox Sports podcast. Amazing to watch.
I should watch that.
Then backed up with 2 assists?
Yeah. Saucy.
Amazing.
The Diamanti, Victor Sanchez, Ika, Guarachena. And Barisha. They're doing very well. Your favourite player, Dylan Pereira, or your second favourite player, sorry.
Dylan Pereira, my boy. With Tamaki Imai.
Yeah,
he's up there. I like him.
He's been playing well. I like this West United team.
There's lots to love.
Kurto
with the shaved head, love it.
Mark Rudan, all black.
Uzcock, love it. Imai, love it.
They remind me of Atletico Madrid.
What, he does or they do?
No, West United.
Because Atletico Madrid aren't scoring 4 goals in one game, Trent.
But
no, I do see the similarity in dress code.
Defensively strong, and Mark Rudan wears all black.
You can't say defensively strong when they conceded 3 goals.
Yeah, but in my head, they're defensively strong.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
So I was very impressed. I was happy that they won.
Congratulations to Mark Rudan.
Yeah. Big win. Big scenes. Huge scenes.
Can they still finish first, which was your prediction at the start of the season?
It is my prediction. I think they can.
Yeah.
They can.
If they believe, and this will be the turning point in their season.
100%.
I think they'll go undefeated for the rest of the season.
They've been inconsistent. They've drawn quite a lot of games.
Not anymore.
But in the league that anyone could beat anyone, they could do it, Joe.
Yeah.
They could do it. But it might be a Glory Mariners final. You never know.
I still think so.
I'd love that. I'd love to bring a toilet seat into
Shall we continue to the next game?
We should, Joe. We shall. Okay.
For time's sake.
Now, Joe, I was at a wedding yesterday.
Yep. Which game was this?
The Wellington and Jets.
I was watching an FFA Cup fixture, actually. No, there was a game before this. The Sydney game.
Oh, that was before this?
Yeah, that was before this, yeah.
Okay. Was the FFA Cup fixture Francis' team playing?
Yeah, it was Alexander Florina versus, I think, the Jaguars.
What round of the FFA Cup was this?
Oh, probably the round of 728.
What was the score?
7-0 to the Jaguars.
Oh,
my boys, Florina, I dumped out of the cup in the first round.
Heartbreak.
Sad to see.
Heartbreak for Florina.
Yeah. But no, the pitch was a funny pitch. One of the corners was on a hill. So when you place the ball would just roll off.
Was it Princess Reserve?
Oh, I can't remember.
I think I've seen this film.
It's in like Westminster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Francis, he was on corner duty.
Yeah.
Put the ball down and the ball would roll out.
I
and it was
saw a
like,
photo.
referee, what can I do? And the ref just placed it in like the most shit spot in the corner, so it stayed. So Francis had to move like the corner stick so he could actually take the corner. And the ref goes, nah, you can't move the stick, mate. Then Francis goes, how else can I take this corner? So he had to take like a short corner, and it was just a mess.
This sounds like the round of 720.
It does, really. But no, like before the game, like the pitch was getting marked out as well.
Oh, what's
yeah,
that? Preach.
Stuff like that. Love to see.
Hate to see it. Hate to play it.
But no, all the best to the Jaguars in the next round.
Yep.
Of a 328 or whatever.
360.
So yeah, I did miss this game, but I did watch the highlights. I was keeping tabs on it.
So the Sydney and Macarthur game?
Yeah, Polo Retro. It was an orange card. Have you seen this?
I have.
Yeah. So he's gone studs up into some poor guy's like thigh.
Yeah.
But it was just clumsy by him.
So you reckon a yellow and a half?
I think it's more red.
Okay.
Because it just looks so clumsy that it could be a yellow.
Yeah, I think it.
But if you look at it, like especially like frame by frame and where Retro has collected the poor player, I think it has to be a red because he studded him right in like the inner thigh, and
It hurts.
like even like Alex King, the referee, showed it. It was like you've
He's done
stamped
that,
him,
yeah.
and I think it's a correct decision.
100%, I agree.
I'm even Steve Corica, not happy. He got yellow carded for dissent.
I just I don't like Steve Corica.
Nah. But yeah,
So
who
I thought-
scored for Sorsayeta.
No, so yeah, Sanchez scored
Oh,
pretty much.
hot dog.
That was the best run of the year.
You know what they call that, Trent?
A hot dog.
A hot dog run. Because it makes people go, hot dog.
Matt Derbyshire with the easiest goal he's ever scored in his life.
Yeah.
This Sushayeta,
Hot dog.
I said he was in my top 3 votes for the Alex Tobin,
Yeah.
and then even Benyat is just all class.
Yeah, no, it was
I
saucy.
think he made like 100 key passes or 100
saucy,
passes.
Saucy. Hot dog.
I love this Macarthur team.
I don't like Derbyshire. He just seems like a player that pisses me off.
He's just a typical pommy striker.
Yeah.
Like in all honesty,
Yeah.
I don't mind him. I don't like Tommy Orr, but he's actually played alright. He's just come off the bench against Jets, maybe.
Yeah.
Or
He's only
some-
recently started
Yeah.
playing.
I think he was a bit injured, so yeah. But like Jean Rowe, you know, I love how they're rotating the team as well. So like Gollet gets a bit of left back, Meredith will get a bit, McGing at right back, and French. So he's rotating the team. John Rowe and there's Puyo. Who's the other one I'm thinking of?
I noticed how the commentators, they don't say Susayeta like me incorrectly. They say Shusayeta.
Isn't it Sushayet?
Shushayeta.
They're saying Shushay.
Shushayeta,
Okay.
I think.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll find out next week for you guys.
But yeah, he's very good. He's like a more mobile Castro.
Yes.
But he's probably probably hasn't got the quality of...
Yeah, he doesn't have the quality and as much flair, but he has more legs.
Yeah, he's got more legs. He's a bit, and I think at Bilbao, he was always that sort of, consistent player. He was very much a runner.
Now, speaking about Bilbao, they're in the Spanish in Spain's Basque region.
Basque.
And the Arsenal player Dani Ceballos,
Yes.
he once tweeted, "I hope a bomb is dropped at the Camp Nou when Barcelona play Athletic Bilbao."
Why did he say this, Joe?
Because he just hates Catalonia and that region of Spain.
You know what?
Just a fun fact for you guys.
I don't like how Barcelona or like Piqué thinks he's a Catalonian.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, but he's Spanish.
It's different. Oh, we're not getting this political. Friend. I didn't wake up today saying let's have an in-depth analysis about Catalonia and Spain and the geopolitical issues there.
I just want Catalonia. Piqué can be the captain of Catalonia and they can beat Spain. I just want to see it.
So you want Catalonia to secede from Spain, is what you're saying now?
But no, I was being sarcastic. That Catalonia national team would never beat a Spanish national team.
I reckon it could.
You reckon they could?
Because the amount of talent coming out of La Masia, or especially maybe 15 years ago, possibly.
Interesting.
Now, probably not.
Interesting. Very, very geopolitical of us, Joe. But look, Sydney FC probably weren't at their best.
No.
The red card didn't help them at all.
No.
But I thought Macarthur were good value.
Yes.
And the Sydney team's very beatable
Yes.
this year.
Agreed.
what
I could not agree more with you, Trent.
We'll move on.
But yeah, Sydney sluggish. Macarthur, they just ground out a result. But if you don't, with 10 men, you don't want to win 1-0.
Yeah,
At least get a second one, just like
to really
as
affirm.
an insurance policy.
You know what? Fantastic, Joe. You really want an insurance policy. Always do.
And the final game of the round now, Trent. I'll give you some on my lead up to this game.
Okay.
I've got back from watching the FFA Cup fixture.
Yes.
I was hot in the sun. It was like 30 degrees yesterday.
Yep.
I was hot. I was like sweaty. So I had a shower. Then I got the Newcastle game up. I was in bed, had my laptop open.
Yep.
Fell asleep 5 minutes in. I woke up, game had finished 2-0.
You thought, good on you, Wellington.
Good on you, Wellington. I did watch the highlights today. The second goal, what's his name? The young fella?
Ben Wayne.
Ben Wayne?
Yeah.
It's a classy finish.
He was very excited with himself.
Yeah.
Good on him.
See.
Good on him.
He looks like a young player.
Yeah, he's a young player. But like in the league where anyone could beat anyone, Wellington have been hard done by in some results. But they've played well and lost. Or I think last week was against Western Sydney. They played well and drew. And in other games, Newcastle done the same.
No, congratulations to Wellington.
They were clinical this game, which they've been lacking.
Yeah, who scored their first goal?
So
David Ball
was a deflection.
Yes, the deflection.
So
no, Roy O'Donovan did have a good chance at 0-0.
Yes.
His touch let him down, unfortunately.
Which can be the case sometimes with Roy.
Yeah.
Roy the boy. Newcastle were just... It was okay.
It was a Newcastle performance. Like, they were due for one because they had a good few weeks.
That's right.
They were just due for a loss.
You're right, Joe. Because they've not technically, but they've been overperforming, I think. But they've definitely got life in them. I was happy for Wellington.
Can we have a look at the ladder, Trent?
Let's have a look at the ladder. Oh, I was also happy with the this Mexican fans celebrating De Villa. Just celebrating him, you know.
Yeah.
Table. So games played is very interesting.
All right, we won't care about that. So first we have Central Coast, Macarthur second, Brisbane third, fourth Western Sydney, fifth Adelaide. I don't like Adelaide being in the top six, Trent.
6th Perth Glory with 6 games played. So we're 3 games behind Central Coast, 4 games behind Macarthur. Let's just say we won all our games. We won
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, we won 4 games. We'd be 4 points above everyone else.
Well, you'd be. I support Western United.
Oh, fair enough. Melbourne Victory at the bottom. Wellington, second last. City, third last. Love to see that.
I just feel bad for City.
What?
I like
feel
their.
bad for them?
I love their team. Scott Jammer is like my favourite player.
I like Scott Jammer. That's about it.
There's a few others I probably like, but I know.
Roston Givers just kicks people.
I like Roston.
I like him as well. They're the only 2 I like.
Yeah.
But I don't feel sorry for
I don't like
Melbourne
Paddy
City
Kuznorbo. Like, he just seems like... I don't know, coach, like, you need to be like... Have a slim frame.
He's quite built.
He's too built to be a coach.
You can tell he goes to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That should be in a... I don't know if that is the coach... The model.
Yeah, maybe you should get like very ripped like a Kuznorbo.
Yeah. Just wear tight shirts when I coach.
But Trent, we are supported by our Patreons.
We are,
at
Joe.
www.patreon.com/Sokkah Podcast.
We are, Joe.
And if you become a Patreon for as little as $2 a month, that is $3 Australian. That's the price of a coffee.
So
You can support this show.
It's minuscule, Joe.
You can get access to our Discord, exclusive content,
Yes, exclusive podcasts.
exclusive podcasts,
And you get shout-outs
every episode.
every episode.
Have you got the patrons up, Trent?
I have, Joe.
Oh, we're organised today.
Fantastic segue. So thank you very much to Michael Swallow, Adrian Bonuza, Ben Miro, Neil Simmons, or Simons, I can't remember. Dusty, Ryan Robinson, Milan Kasari, who graduated. Congratulations. Oscar Brotherson, Andy Tin, John Morris, Harry Russell, Harry, Dennis Fernandez, Ben Robson, Natasha Williams, Andrea, Jacob Colangelo, Jordan Waters, David Clark, Fraser Marnham, Glenn Olivero. Thank you for supporting the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, Trent.
You couldn't have.
Yeah, and today we also put out some Twitter questions.
We did, Joe.
On our Twitter, twitter.com/Sokkah Podcast.
Sokkah Podcast.
What's our first question we have there?
Is Tricky Richie, or Ricky?
He's put Richie.
Okay, Tricky Richie, the man to lead the Tricky Purples to their first A-League championship.
Why not?
James Renton.
Why not?
You're spot on.
Yep, why not?
He was
I
wearing
can't see why not.
Tony Barlow's chinos for the first time.
Ooh.
A black T-shirt from Tony
Ooh,
Barlow's,
hot
Daniel
dog.
Hexter.
Hot dog.
He was looking good. We played good. Everyone's enjoying themselves.
Yep, it's a good place to be. Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
All is well in glory land.
100%. Chicken Treat Fan Club asks, what kind of ROI can I expect if I bet Glory plus 2.5 goals for Neroli anytime for every remaining match this season?
So what's the return on investment there? 700%.
I mean, are we scoring 2.5 goals every game? Yes.
Yes. Is Fornaroli scoring every game?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to return are you going to get a return? Yes, you are.
Yeah. So on historical data, that would suggest that the return on investment would be quite high.
Based on historical analysis,
Yes,
you're right, Joe.
Exactly.
I'm going to extrapolate and say 200%.
200.
Of his investment.
Interesting. On to our next question from Football Shirt
Finds
Finds Australia. He says top 3 favourite vintage football shirts. My ones would be any Perth Glory Cuppa one.
Yeah, I was about to say
back
that.
in the NSL days.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
The Juventus 1997 Champions League winning jersey, the blue one.
Okay. Oof.
And the third one, any Parma Champions one.
You'd think exactly. I was literally thinking, I was like Glory Kappa, and then I was like something about Juventus, and I was like Parma.
Yeah.
No, Glory Kappa for sure. A Chelsea, Fernando Torres and Ramirez era, it's like
2012, 2011.
Jersey. Glory Kappa, Chelsea, 2012. And I'm thinking...
Got 3 minutes on the clock, Trent.
3 minutes. A Mariners palm tree.
Interesting.
It's not that retro, but it's not that vintage. But nearly.
Next question is from...
Oh, no, sorry. Well, New Zealand Knights.
Interesting. Okay.
Black.
Okay.
That's right.
John asks, will you guys ever record a podcast in the ocean? We thought about doing one in the beach. It's quite windy at the beach, so...
we're going to get at the beach. In the ocean implies...
maybe in your pool.
Because we've got a table in the pool.
That could work.
We have... Yeah, we're going to go at the beach. We could go on a boat.
Yeah. That could work.
If we're over on a boat one day, John will record.
Yeah. Broseph K did ask when is Motorway winning the Ballon d'Or. I said previously 20 years old.
Okay, I say...
So in 4 years' time.
I say 18.
Lee Broxham Fax, my boy, he says, Melbourne Derby El Sacico. Surely no manager this season will be sacked, still according to you boys.
Yeah.
The only person in danger of sacking is Grant Brabner, just on the fact that Muscat and Popovic are available.
That's true. We forgot to talk about Tony Popovic.
Yeah, I have it on a good authority that he was offered the Melbourne Victory job.
Yep.
However, he wanted to bring 2 of his sons. Yep. And Victory didn't want that.
I agree with you, Joe. I think I said this at the time, and you didn't believe me.
My source has backed it up.
So, you know what?
It's the morning for time, a minute and a half.
Okay, we can't talk about Tony Popovic for a minute and a half. Not a question. Also, will be better than Davidson for glory. Dan Chenza asks.
Let's find out soon. Next question. We need to storm through these.
You're very true. In that 30 minutes alone, I was already thinking it's too good for us in this league.
Okay, that's not the question.
That was the question.
Has Rollins now replaced Grant for the best mullet in the A-League? Yes. Because Grant shaved it off. So
it's a younger mullet.
Yep. Is that all? Yep. Okay, cool. That's our episode today.
We sped through it, Joe, at the end.
We've got a minute left. So,
Joe, thank you.
Thank you, Trent.
We thank the Football Centre.
Yeah, big ups, Dean Evans and Reece Vitilia.
Yes.
For letting us use it at the football centre. Mm-hmm. Located in a prime area in Perth.
Osborne Park.
All your footballing needs.
Coaching, being coached, playing five-a-side. Yeah. Birthday parties.
21st.
21st. We got a bar.
Wakes.
Have a drink after the game. Come down to the Football Centre.
Anyway, that has been our latest episode of the Sokkah Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you for watching.